This is my review of the UFO hamster enclosure. So this is the box that it comes in. It comes with this little clip so you can put the water bottle on. And it's easy enough to use. You just kind of put it into the back of one of these little holes and give it like kind of a quarter turn. And then you just kind of pull it down to the bottom. And then you have the watering device itself. So the top is all like kind of plastic. This part here is glass, which is nice, and it's got a little rubber stopper, and it does a good job for not having any leaks. Although I don't know that I would totally trust it to give enough water out, because I find it does kind of do a few drops, but it takes a little while. And like after the drops come, you kind of really have to give it a good like whack, and you can see a few more drops come down. So I'm not convinced that I would want to leave my little guy for too long just with this, but maybe it's okay for the short term. You can see there's a few little lines in there, so you can figure out how much water is in there, and that just simply snaps into place like this, and then you can kind of orientate it so you know, the hamster can grab it. And you can see it's kind of intermittent. Sometimes it does drip even though nothing's happening with it, so I'm not entirely sure I'm going to use that much. So looking at the enclosure itself, overall it's all plastic, but I think it feels pretty nice. It's got a lid, so I really like the lid because when it's open, it's really easy to get your hand in there. It's very accessible, and then when it closes, you can see that there is kind of like a little latch mechanism on top that kind of sticks out there, and it just sort of locks into place, so it doesn't come off very easily. So I think it's probably sufficient that your hamster's not going to get out. And the other thing I really like about it is there is a little handle that pops up out the top, so you can easily kind of just lift it up. And then there's lots of, like, you know, air holes. And in theory, you could probably put any sort of creature in there, except for maybe crickets or something, because they can get out the holes. But it could be used for probably more than just a hamster. It might be a little bit small if you have a guinea pig or something like that, because it depends on the size of your beast. The one thing I didn't like about it, though, too, is I was hoping that the bottom would just kind of screw off, or maybe be able to pop out in some way. But it seems like it's got like these little one-way clips. So it's okay, but if you're going to try to clean it or something like that, I think it would make it a whole lot easier. I mean, there is a lot of space in there to get your hand in there, but personally, if I could have just like unscrewed the bottom, I think that would have been perfect. So quick review, what I liked. I really like kind of the door with the locking latch. I love the handle. I think it's a great size. I like the fact that it's really accessible inside. And the build quality seems decent. What I didn't like is I wish it was kind of easier to clean, to get the bottom off. And the water feeder, I think it could have been better. I wish it had one of those little balls in there or something. I think it would probably work a little bit better.